Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel here. This race we got wet. This is the third race of Race of Champions on Saturday the 25th. You see here, people aren't used to racing wet. I already have one spin out in the formation lap. That's always fun. But we are starting 7th in this race, in this final race of the year. 7th of 10, you know, not a bad starting place, especially in the wet for myself, Darren, who's 2 karts in front of us, and Kirk, who spun out last video, who's in last. We excel in the rain, I find. When the track's wet, we have a distinct advantage. Myself more than the rest of the group today, because earlier in the season we did a endurance race in these karts and it rained, and I was the only one of our group to race in the rain. Everyone else raced dry all season, so hopefully I can use that to my advantage here today. But as you see, the laps are going to be slower. We are keeping a good gap here. I thought we were going to start going, but the driver in front slowed right down almost to a stop, and I had to avoid the cart in front of me, the 79 in front of me. But here we go on the green flag. We're going to be wiping our mask a lot. There'll be water on the screen. It's just a wet day for this final race. But luckily the sun came out, so wet track, sunny skies. We go around into turn 3 here, and one of the drivers, I don't know, we got bumped, but ends up in the wall, so we instantly gain a position on the first lap, so we're up to 6th place now. This driver in front of us is the one that was dive bombing and pushing people off the track, so I'm like, I have to get by him as fast as possible to avoid all that fun stuff. I try to make my move here. See, cuts in front. Even when the track's wet, he's jumping across into front of people. We have to slow down a lot more here in the turns. As you see, Darren just touched the dirt because he was going too fast into his turn. I slide. I'm into the dirt. But it's all in all, it was a pretty clean, generous race. Everyone gave each other a lot of room for the most part. I'm up here with pushing against Hugo now. He's not in his white suit. He's got a rain jacket on. It seems like people are afraid to get their suits wet. Especially on the last race of the day. It's like, why bother? Here we go into the S turns. You have to avoid the rubber on the track as much as possible, especially when turning. It turns to ice when it's wet, so here we go around the turn, and I can just get a better run than a lot of people on the exit of the S turn on the wet. You see I'm gaining up on Hugo here, and I was obviously trying not to hit him. Did a little slide here, little bump, gave him a wave, hey, I'm sorry. And here we go, we're going up on the inside of turn 1, and you see right here, boop, the cart behind us, the one I was trying to get by, he decided he wanted to turn into me, try and spin me out. Wasn't enough, but in the wet, it could have been worse. He could have waited to that turn to do it, but he didn't. So we're up to 4th place now. Coming down the back straightaway, you got to get on the brakes or let off the gas a lot sooner than you're used to. Coming around the bend here, we just ride the outside, avoid that tar as much as, or that rubber as much as possible, and go into the turn here. And you see I go too fast here and whoop, right into the mud. But I find if you do that, you get a little extra grip. Darren goes into the dirt, I follow suit. There's that cart beside me, he's pushing me into the dirt, so I stay on the rubber. I'm like, I'll risk it, slide over in front of him. And then right here, does it again. And, you know, can't really... I get a little upset over it. But I hold the position, and actually karma came back and bit him in the ass for that one, as he comes around the turn behind me here as I'm trying to stay up with Darren. His kart actually died. The engine cut off or something. So coming down the straightaway, he's gone. He's done. His race is done. So staying up on the 87, that's Darren in front of me. He's fighting with the kart whose driver's just died. That's his son. He's trying. I'm trying to make a move here. I can get a better run going up here. Everyone goes wide and slow. I just full sent it. It got up to third, but I was like, no, I can't give it to Darren. I have to give it back to Darren because I got to come over and not be on the rubber. Everyone's sliding around. We're racing on slick tires. If you don't know, it's you're basically driving on a skating rink when it's wet. So you got to make less than fewer mistakes than you're used to. You know, you have to be smooth. You can't be jerking the wheel, because you'll see a couple times we're going around turns. You'll see the wheels jerk. Here comes Kirk. I go a little too hot in. He gives me a little tap. It's like, sorry. It's like, you know what? It's wet. I'm not upset with you. I can keep up with you in the wet. See where we're going. Kirk has made a grand amount of moves. He's gone from last place to now 4th. Touches the dirt, decides to get his wheels airborne. You can see right on the rubber there, I was a little cautious. Gave Kirk a little space on me. And we're down the back straightaway on the through lap 3. Everybody's avoiding that rubber as much as possible. Excuse me. I'm following Kirk's line because he is fast. Darren gets bumped again here. He was making a move for first place, second or first place. Gets bumped. I don't know what that was I was doing, but someone got a penalty. It was cart 82, which we found out is the cart in second place right now. We got a warning. I didn't want to ruin Kirk's race. He just gave himself a base rub, so I give him a little push, but back off, because you don't want to push people in the wet. Not on going into a turn, because they will inevitably just end up in the dirt, in the forest at some points. So I backed off and got him up there. He's right up with Darren now. I was a little slower through that turn that time. I don't know if I slipped or what it was, but it was it's what you do in wet races on slick tires. We're going into the turn here again. I get enough slowdown, I think, this time. Nope, touch the dirt again. Just touch the dirt, I say. Hop the curb, and that way I stayed away from the dirt on the left side. The two in front, positions 1 and 2, you can see at the front of the camera there, going airborne again. They're fighting each other. They had beef with each other all day for some reason. And you'll see here, they get side by side going into the S turns a little bit. White suit gets in front. And I'm just sitting here going, where do I make my move? Where do I make a move? But we go around right there. White suit goes wide. Darren jumps up almost into second place. So now we're going almost like a group of 4 coming down this track. It's insane on the wet. It's like, you guys are very brave doing all this. Looked like Darren tried to give a bump. Kirk with an amazing run on the inside takes over 2 positions up to second place now, and he cuts in front. The orange suit tried to get on his left to probably spin him out, but here we are coming down the hill. I think Kirk got into the rumble strips, give myself another face wash. And that's the last thing you want to do in a rain race, especially in a rain race, because there's no full stopping. Like, you're sliding everywhere. You don't want to get into the back of somebody. You're scrubbing tires to try and get grip. I'm taking a look back to see who's near me. Darren into the dirt there. I use it as a little bit of an advantage to get closer into the dirt again. I did not. Both turns were actually clean there. And we go wide. And Kirk makes a move for first place there. So he has gone from last place to first place, and he's taking off. He just seems to, once he gets in front on a rain race, he's gone. Then there's a race between the 5 of us. There's one cart behind me. You couldn't see him, but it's actually Jason, the gentleman we pushed to victory last week. So here we go. We're coming around to this turn here. The orange suit turned in front of Darren, which made me bump into him, which caused Jason to get by me. So we're going to finish this race in 6th place. So all day we raced. All the whole session we just went up in positions. We started 10th, went to 7th, and then finished in 6th overall. All in all, I have to say, I'm a little just shaking my head because of the because of the maneuvers that the orange suit and his father do. It's not good racing. It's dangerous. You could cause somebody to spin out. You could ruin somebody's race. Regardless, all season Sunday, nothing but the most respect for the Sunday drivers. You know, we had a clean, good set of racing. We couldn't have asked for better weather, and you know, I think I improved all season. There's a little fist bump from Brad. He's the one who went off the track first lap. He made it back up to 7th place, so you know, good on him as well. But you know, we did a good job this year's season. We had a couple 3rd place finishes, a couple 2nd place finishes, which we've never done before. You know, and I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. And as we come around the S turns for one final time, put the carts away for the season. I hope you guys join me again next year, and hopefully we can push it a little farther. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a good winter. Happy Halloween. Talk to you guys next season.